after that, they paid millions of dollars to the hackers. How much knowledge user has against the viruses or against the security.
Can you share an example around this where IoT implementations resulted in significant improvements?
To predict the equipment's failure before they occurred, for instance, by analyzing trends.
When it comes to application and implementation of these technologies, what exactly goes into it? Hi, you're watching CIO News. I am Simran Shivalkar, a journalist at CIO News and your host for today. This session is being recorded and will be available on our website cionews.co.in, on our YouTube channel and our LinkedIn handle as well. Today we are back with yet another episode from our exclusive series called Voice of CISO. I have Mr. Aamir Khalid joining us today. He is a Chief Information and Technology Officer at National Metal Manufacturing and Casting Company, with over 2 decades of expertise in enterprise resource planning, software project management, and emerging technologies such as AI, machine learning, Internet of Things. Mr. Pirzada has been instrumental in driving digital transformation across various industries, including manufacturing, oil and gas, public service, retail, and telecommunications. Additionally, his extensive experience in cybersecurity and spearheading IoT initiatives has led to operational efficiency enhancements and predictive maintenance strategies. Mr. Pirzada, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Simran, for inviting me. Definitely, I am honored to be part of this CIO news channel. Can also share my knowledge with your audience, and it will be hopefully a beneficial one.
Absolutely, and thank you once again. With that, before we begin, I would like to understand from you. Can you tell us a bit about your journey into the world of technology and management? What initially sparked your interest in this field?
Yeah, sure. I am actually a computer graduate. After completing my graduation, I joined a company as a programmer. At that time, VB was very common, so I joined as a VB programmer. And after a few years, 1 or 2 years, I got opportunity to get promoted as to get the promotion of manager of MIS. So then I worked over there for some time as MIS manager. Later on, I got opportunity to work in a consulting company like a subsidiary of Deloitte, which was a Everest Management Consulting. They were hiring some people, so I've been hired over there as an IT consultant for a few years. I worked over there. Then I joined an American based company. There I started working in enterprise applications. I implemented top tier ERP application including SAP, Oracle, and Microsoft Dynamics. I worked as a consultant for more than 15 years. Then I got opportunity to join National Metal Manufacturing and Casting Company as a Chief Information Manager. So this is almost or more than 2 decade journey, and a lot of things I have learned in this my journey, and it was really a wonderful and tough journey, but that is what I reached over here. So far, after being a CIO, I am improving the environment of National Metal over here. We have currently all 4 manufacturing plants in different locations of Saudi Arabia, and National Metal is one of the big manufacturing company in Saudi Arabia. Our upstream is one of the top petrochemical industry. We have done a lot of infrastructure changes here in National Metal, which will be definitely supporting my company and helping to get the technological advantage in the competitive market.
Lovely. Thank you so much for walking us through this remarkable journey, sharing, sharing a glimpse. On the same lines, in your experience with cybersecurity leadership, what are some of the key
Right.
challenges or what are some of the most pressing cybersecurity challenges that organizations face today, and how do you recommend addressing them effectively?
Cybersecurity, Simran, is a very important and crucial area, but unfortunately, this is the most neglected area in the manufacturing industries. There are few reasons for this one. One of the reason is the attitude of the. For example, I give you one example. A home user, when they buy a laptop or something, their only concerns is related with the specification of the computer. Or if they are going to buy some software, they're buying operating on Microsoft Words or something, MS Office, but they are not bothering about to have antivirus from day one. Very few people, home users, they are spending money on these antiviruses. Most of the people, they consider it as a liability. They have to, they will take care of this thing. So this develops a attitude of the user. So similar sort of attitude we have seen in the domain users in the industry in the industry. When people are coming from such background, they think that whatever the industry policies related to the cybersecurity, they are not uh, giving such importance as it's supposed to be given, right? So what happened over here? The people they take the security very lightly. So what happened when there is a ransom attack, when there is a phishing attack, right? So they take it easy, but it costs millions to the companies, and it stuck. It shut down the business, and sometimes days. I recently one of the I will not take the example of one of the big cyber attack has been there in Saudi Arabia, where one of the company was down, or they were not restored their backup at least for a month, and their business was suffered for months. And then after that, they paid millions of dollars to the hackers, and then they restored their backup. So all it happened because of the negligence of the cyber governance, cyber policies, cyber security principles, like updating the patches on the servers, updating the patches on the user area, and awareness, conducting the campaigns for the user awareness. Like they should know that if they are receiving the email from unknown person, they should be careful. They should not open it, or they are not bothering about when they have a long chain of email, that who are the people who are addressing in this email. Such kind of things are causing a lot of problems and leading to the attacks, and creating a vulnerable environment for the companies. So these are the very important things which people should take care of it. Like they should bother about the ransom viruses. The IT people, they should regularly take the backups, and they should regularly train the employees. They should have updated endpoint protections. They should use some endpoint protection, any sort, any good endpoint protection software nowadays available in the system. And they should be aware of the phishing and the social engineering sort of things, right? Awareness programs should be regularly conducted, so the people are aware that what are the new viruses are there in the market. And they should also the IT teams, especially the security teams, they should know that what are the stimulated attacks, so that they can regularly conduct stimulated phishing attacks to test and improve employee readiness. And uh, they should also uh, test the knowledge of the users, for example, by performing penetration testing or phishing testing, by so that the user to understand that how users behave, how much knowledge user has against the viruses or against the security, right? So there are other things related. For example, there are some internal threats. For example, is one of the common example. People are using the USBs and they are directly injecting in the computers, and the USBs are full of viruses, and all of a sudden, boom, your system goes down. So people should know that security team should close these kind of external peripherals so that they can avoid such kind of threats. And they should also aware the users that they should not use the USBs or external peripherals, and should not use their personal emails while downloading something which is not related with their work related things, right? And they should be aware of all sort of latest viruses which their peers, for example, we are always in communication with our peers to understand what how's their security situation is going on, if they are being attacked by a new virus. So we are aware that if our peers are attacked, so we should be careful, because in somehow you are connected with your peers. Like for example, we can have the same ISPs. If the ISPs has been attacked, right? So all of the end users will suffer. These kind of things we should take care of, and especially when we are nowadays cloud infrastructure is very common, and people are using public clouds, people are using private clouds. They are not bothering about the security related with the private and public clouds, especially when public clouds, they are not observing the traffic. So here one more thing which is more pressing and which is more important, I would stress on it, that is observability. Observability is very important thing in cybersecurity. You should keep on observing, because you have to understand that what kind of a traffic is coming in and what kind of a traffic is going out. So when your team, security team, especially observing the traffic, it becomes a bit easier to understand what kind of attack is going to be, or how much vulnerability is there. So other than this, nowadays new devices are coming. For example, Cisco, they are releasing AI based, and Fortinet also, they are also releasing AI based devices, firewalls, which are observing the traffic. If there is any threat, all of a sudden they can quarantine it, and you can save it. So I would say security at the end is all person responsibility. It's not a responsibility for security team or IT team. It is a responsibility. It is a collective effort. Users, security team should work together to save the company and to save their work from such threats.
Thank you so much for giving a much better and a bigger view about, when it comes to complexities around cybersecurity, explaining how it begins at the ground level, when individuals do not take care of the common practices and habits that needs to be inculcated when it comes to cyber safety, and how that can lead to data breach and bigger challenges. So thank you once again for your invaluable insight on this. Speaking of, on the same lines, you also mentioned spearheading initiatives in the realm of Internet of Things to optimize operational efficiency and drive predictive maintenance strategies. Can you share an example around this where IoT implementations resulted in significant improvements, especially when it comes to cost efficiency?
Definitely, Simran.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. We have, I will give you an example what we have recently a project in our company. National Metal implemented IoT technology which amplifies how leveraging data from connected devices can lead to substantial improvement in operational efficiency and significant cost saving. By enabling predictive maintenance, improving fuel efficiency, and enhancing overall operational efficiency, National Metal not only improved their services which we are offering to the customers, but also we have provided a substantial value to our internal management for better decision making. So I would take the case study for my own company. It will be a good experience to share with you guys. So we, as I told you in the introduction, that we are a manufacturing leader in GCC, and we are mostly related with manufacturing steel metal fabrication products. So 2 years before, we initiated to start IoT project. The purpose for that IoT project is to improve the efficiency and the cost saving. So in our industry, cost saving is the key factor for being a market leader. So even a $1 plus minus can cause a huge difference in our costing, product sales also. So what we did, we implemented IoT, uh, and we deployed IoT technology to create comprehensive one sort of a fleet management system. This improves equipping our machinery with sensors that collects data on various parameters such as energy usage, temperature, pressure pressure levels, operational hours, ideal time, input and output of the machine, capabilities of the machine, right? And other than this, we have a key components like telemax devices, which are installed on machines to gather real-time data so that we can collect the real-time data from the machine for better decision making. And we also have cloud-based centralized data for analyzing what data is there, and so that data is also available anywhere for all users, especially for the managers who are always moving or traveling. They can also see what is going on the operational side. And the other most critical factor was the predictive maintenance. So in the predictive maintenance, we develop some algorithm to predict when the maintenance is required based on the sensors data. So if there is any, we how we do it, when we have a live streaming, and machine keep on going, the signals, it is reading the logs, and the signals are coming. When the signals are running, machine studying up the flags, and that this can cause machine breakdown, and that flags are immediately highlighted on the screens, and the people can they understand that the machine, there is a requirement of maintenance of the machine, and this help us to reduce the downtime. So this collected data allowed us to predict the equipment's failure before they occurred. For instance, by analyzing trends in engine, machine temperature, pressure, we were still we are actually able to identify when a component was likely to be failed. This is one of the competitive advantage of predictive maintenance. Similarly, the other predictive maintenance approach is significantly reduced unplanned downtime to us. So if there is less downtime, we are able to serve our customer better and deliver the goods on time. This is also a sort of a sport for our customers, so that they can receive the material on time and without any delays. So other than this, what we have from IoT devices or IoT project, we are able to understand the machine efficiency and the capacity of the machine, and the energy, how much electricity their machine is consuming, right? So by implementing the different IoT devices and sensors, and then collecting the data from these devices and sensors, it is allowing us to create the dashboards which are available on screens for the operators who are working over there. They can see uh, if there is any threat is coming for the machine failure. They can immediately take action, and their first time reaction is actually saving machine for any sort of a damage. Similarly, this collective data is also providing a good platform to our supervisors, line managers, and even the general managers to take the decision to understand what is going on, how is our operational efficiency on the shop floor. And not all these things are actually contributing to reduce the cost. So if we are able to understand that what is the utilization of the machine, we can understand what is the cost of energy we are going to pay in the form of electricity bills. And then we can also, through the predictive maintenance, we can also understand when the machine is required to perform the maintenance, regular maintenance. It is also helping us to reduce the cost. So collectively, all these things is actually helping us to reduce the cost and improve our efficiency to serve our customer in a better way. And since we have implemented this IoT project, we are having a competitive edge on our competitors in the market.
And thank you once again for making it simplifying for me, and providing your valuable insights as to how Internet of Things, how when it comes to application and implementation of these technologies, what exactly goes into it. So thank you for answering that. Along the same lines, because you yourself seen a remarkable change, and when we speak about emerging techs and trends, AI is the top of the town. We also have Internet of Things. What are some of the trends that you anticipate in the coming years?
Simran, this is a very good question, and definitely what we are observing and what we are start uh, understanding now is the emerging technology, including artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT. These are going to be the future of the technology, and these are the things which will uh, be more in the market, even in the industry. And this will be helpful for the companies. For example, I give you a lot of example, but I will choose some of the example. There are few sort of a thing people have to understand when they are going to use these emergent technologies. They have to first decide that what kind of emerging technology or AI or ML or IoT they are going to use, and what is the benefit of it. For example, I give you one example. They should think that whether they should go for the Gen AI, or they should go for the predictive AI, or they should go for the conversational AI. For example, in the industry, manufacturing industry, where the people are having, most of the companies are having enterprise solution. They have the data, they have the data warehouses over there. From this data warehouse, which sort of a artificial intelligence they want to generate? They want to go and use the predictive AI, or they want to utilize in the conversational AI. Or I can give you an example of predictive AI. For example, in HR, everybody wants to understand, all employees wants to understand that what is their vacation left, how many tickets they have, or how many end of service they have, or what are the perks available for this. They want to generate salary certificate. For these kind of activities, they are going to the HR, right? And HR is consuming a sufficient time to provide such kind of information. But with the help of predictive AI, and with the help of machine learning, and with the help of IoT and other, they can understand that how much regularity they have. For example, time and attendance, how much deduction they have for the month, and if they want to generate employee certificate, they can get it from there, or they can get information regarding their vacations, remaining vacations, and utilization of on these vacations. On the other hand, if you take it, uh, artificial intelligence or machine learning, something in finance side, so regular payments, down payments, advances from the customers, you can all automate, and you can all have you can all in these area you can easily develop the algos to understand and uh, perform the activity timely.
Great, and thank you once again for sharing your views and sharing your comprehensive view on the emerging trends that you anticipate. Lastly, I would like to understand from you any advice or best practices that you would like to give out to small or new businesses when it comes to businesses that are looking to leverage technology to streamline their operations and stay competitive in the market.
With respect to the small and medium industry, I would first say that they should spend some budget for their for the technology. They should allocate like 1% of their revenue or 0.5% of their revenue to get that technology within their organization. For example, if it is a small industry, they have a lot of opportunities and lot of options available in the market for digitalization. For example, they can choose the cloud-based application for their security, for their email securities. Nowadays, uh, endpoint security servers are available on cloud, so they can subscribe that when they can secure themselves, and they can have email securities from there. They can have cloud solutions on subscription basis with a small cost. It will be helpful for them, and they will start getting the data uh, repositories and data warehouses, and with the growth of the business they can utilize in a better way. They should not the power of the digital transformation, and they don't think that the digital transformation is too expensive for them. There are now options available in the market through which they can economically adopt these applications, leverage their sales, leverage can have a leverage on their security. They can utilize the data for their growth, for their product growth. For example, if they collect the data by using any kind of ERP application which on subscription basis, they can gather the data on their operation, on their sales, on their customer interactions. They can display their products, which can increase their sales and profitability. The data it definitely provide a value and for their insight of the businesses, and they can also use the analytical tool nowadays. A lot of BI applications which are subscription based are available on the market, and it will be helpful for them to improve their business, improve their sales, improve their operations, improve their costs, right? And to serve the market in a with a better way, with a competitive edge with their compared to their competitors in the market.
Fantastic, and thank you so much for sharing these insights, these recommendations. I'm sure a lot of our viewers and listeners have a lot to take away from this session. It has been very insightful and inspirational for me, and I'm sure it's going to be the same for our viewers as well. With that, Mr. Firzada, I would like to thank you a lot for joining this session and agreeing to do this with us today.
Thank you very much for inviting me, Simran, once again for CIO News, and you have conducting such a wonderful interview.
You as well, and I look forward to having more such conversations with you in the coming future. Once again, thank you for joining us.